Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got Diggs and Company and Freedom Train. So I've made my mistake 2024 on YouTube. Put a comment under my last Diggs and Company reaction, and just telling me there's a new single which I didn't know about. So man, I'm really excited to hear this because the last song was amazing. Obviously when you talk about Diggs and Company, this band is really about Mark Diglio, who's the former guitarist for XYZ, another great band that was around in the early 90s. I think the debut album came out. It might have been late 80s, early 90s. And this has got a special guest appearance, like the last song did, by Billy Sheehan. Of course, one of the best bass guitarists out there. But also in this band, you got the brilliant vocalist Lee Small. I just love Lee Small's vocals. His performance on one of the, I love the band Shy, but his performance on, I think it was a self-titled album that he did with Shy, the only album, was just amazing. It's one of my favourite Shy albums, that is. And also, apart from those three brilliant musicians, you've got Paul Monroe on the drums. So can't wait to hear this. This is Freedom Train by Diggs and Company. Here we go. Sounds so classic, man. It's definitely a bit of Skinner in this, I would say. It's sort of almost like a Sweet Home Alabama feel. And by the way, I mean, when it comes to Skinner, it's funny with Sweet Home Alabama, just to go off the subject quickly. I know it's probably the most famous song, along with Free Bird, I suppose, with Skinner. But it's the only Skinner song of classic Skinner. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to listen to that again. I've heard it so much. But this has made me excited to hear that again, which is funny, isn't it? It's like a song that is not actually that song, that's just a little bit similar. I love that though, that sort of busy sort of southern edge they got in that guitar work in the verses. But my favorite bit is like the chorus, the bridge. I love the bridge and the chorus. It really sort of opens up. This is cool American Southern rock, isn't it? Just done perfectly by, but not just done perfectly by some of the best musicians around in the business ever. You know, these guys are just legends. You know, some of these names are legends. They really are. You know, and they just show that they are. It's just quality, just such quality. It's brilliant stuff, man. I love the nod to America as well. I think that I've always had a special place in my heart, and so we should. We're allies, aren't we? England and America, or Britain and America. So I feel quite close to America, musically as well. I always have, and I've always supported American music, and I just love the fact that we get songs like this that are proud of where they are, where they come from. I think that's great. I'd like us to do it, in our music as well. But I think, it comes across really well with American music, doesn't it? When they sing about their country, I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. And Lee Small, of course, I don't think he's American. I think Lee's British. I'm sure he is. But doing a brilliant, brilliant job on this. Such a cool tone to his vocals. Love his tone. He's just an amazing singer, and I love I love Southern rock. So this just hones in on everything I love. It's just brilliant. It's got a slight bluesy feel to it, but it's more like Southern rock. It's brilliant. It's absolutely superb. Here we go for the rest. That chorus is brilliant, man. It's weird. It sounds so classic. It sounds like it was a song written years ago, but it's not. I do believe, I'm hoping I'm wrong, not wrong. Obviously, I think it's an original song, but it sounds so classic, you'd think it was a cover. Not that it sounds like any particular song, but it's just like, that sounds classic to me. Really classic, like when songs were written to last. It really does. Solo was brilliant. I love the fact that even though it was this sort of southern rock tune, it was almost a metal solo, especially at the end when he shredded right last second. That was amazing, man. What a song. I love that. Brought a smile to my face. A feel-good song for sure. That was Diggs and Company, and that was Freedom Train. Love that song. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, guys. See you soon.